Welcome back to Suns Valley. We've got a little ways to go until the next season starts. Approximately 2 months. But luckily, we've had some fun FIBA play to digest. The Bahama boys went off, did their thing, earned themselves entrance into next season's FIBA World Cup. But as for the 2023 World Cup, our guy, Yuta Watanabe, his Japanese team went up against Germany earlier, and Yuta showed out.
He sure did. Sure did, man.
Before we get into that, a quick word from our partners. You know, Sundo, with everything being so expensive lately, one of the things I've been thinking is, why the frack is my wireless bill so high? All I do is text my friends and tweet about Devin Booker. It doesn't have to be this way. That's why we want to tell you guys about our partners at Mint Mobile. You might have seen the funny ads from Ryan Reynolds promoting Mint, but the important thing to know is that they can get your mobile bill down to $15 a month.
So you mean to tell me we can get the Ryan Reynolds phone for as low as $15 a month, Gabe?
Listen, it's not just a Ryan Reynolds phone. This bad boy is working on the nation's largest 5G network. You're not going to be losing out on anything. You're going to get the same great coverage, which brings the question, how do they do it so much cheaper if you're not losing out on something?
My guess would be because they sell directly online. You don't have to go to a store. You don't have to walk into a retail store and have somebody tap you on the shoulder. Can I help you, sir? You don't get that. You just go ahead and log online to Mint Mobile and you just go and find the phone you want. No hassle, nobody bothering you, no one trying to upcharge you, no one trying to upsell you on anything.
You really can't beat it, Sundo.
Yeah, you really can. Every single Mint Mobile plan includes unlimited nationwide talk and text, plus lightning fast 5G and free mobile hotspot. Mint also offers a modern family plan that lets you set up a super affordable family plan with as little as 2 lines.
You know, Sundo, it sounds like you really can't afford not to switch.
You really can't afford not to switch. And also, switching is really easy. Thanks to the technology now, thanks to their digital eSIM cards, you can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your own house. Look at me. I'm in my chair. I would spin in circles if I could. While I'm spinning in circles, I could switch. If your current phone isn't eSIM compatible, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free, Gabe. So not only do you get 50% off, they're also going to help you with all the hassle for free. And Mint has great customer service if you need help. I know my dumb self always needs help. So remember, use the link in the description to get started with Mint Mobile right now. Yeah, man, we seem to get a small sample size of what we're going to get from Yuta during the regular season. I mean, the dude looked comfortable. The dude was hitting jumpers. Dude was taking step backs. Dude was making beautiful passes. He was really doing it all for the Japan team. And so, I mean, if we can even get 50% of that on the Suns, I think we're going to be good to go.
He looked special out there. He looked like the game was really slow for him. He looked like he wasn't scared of Germany at all. Now, they have some pretty good NBA players. They've got the Wagner brothers from Orlando. They've got Dennis Schroeder, of course. They've got some other players, but obviously Japan couldn't hold it together enough to get the win. But the way that it works is they're in a group of 4. The top 2 teams from that group will advance to the next round. Japan's going to get another chance to get into the next round. So it's not over for them just because they lost. His defense stands out to me because we've been hoping against hope that, you know, the nickname Swatanabe is for a good reason. And it seems like it is. He got 2, maybe 3 blocks. But yeah, you mentioned his offense. It looked great. I feel like I was watching him score at all 3 levels. Hand in the face 3, open 3, driving to the rack and hitting leaners in the mid-range. Caught that alley-oop, taking it all the way to the basket at times. But of course, defense is going to be the key for that 5th player in the starting group. And I know every time I watch highlights of a new Sun, I'm like, I want them in the starting lineup. But dude,
no kidding.
I think I want Yuta there now. I mean,
over Gordon. I just feel like you just made a video talking about, Eric Gordon needs to be a starter. Eric Gordon needs to be the starter. He's so good. He's now old. He looks young. I want him. Now all of a sudden, now you want
2 reasons.
Next thing is you're gonna watch a Metu highlights. You're gonna want him to start. Next thing is you're gonna want Bates Diop to start. It's never gonna end with you.
2 good reasons: height and defense. two things that Eric Gordon does not have. What that allows for is for Kevin Durant to play the 3 more consistently, because I believe you can put Yuta at the 4 and not have issues. He's 6'9", right?
He's about, yeah, he's 6'8", 6'9". But my thing is we haven't seen Yuta really, just in case he has to play down low. We haven't seen that from him in the NBA. I mean, it's easy to do it in FIBA whenever, you know, the players aren't the best players in the world. I mean, let's be honest about that. So, I mean, yeah, sure, he could play the 4 if we need him to be a stretch 4, for sure, or small ball 4. I'll take it. But I don't want him playing the 4 if we play a team, say, like the Grizzlies, or a team that's going to be big on the inside and really beat you up. That's not where you want him in that situation.
I feel like in today's NBA, how often do you really see 4s that are back to the basket punishing in the paint? 5s,
Julius Randle.
even Randle loves being out on the perimeter, but that's, you know, good point. But I mean, I feel like even most centers don't play that bruising style of basketball. It's like a 4-out, 5-out sort of situation. I mean, if Torrey Craig can be the starting 4 for a couple of years, I think Yuta could do it maybe at the same degree. He's not probably as good of a defender, but he's very capable. The man blocks shots, the man gets steals.
I mean, yes, he's very capable, especially whenever you're going to have Bradley Beal and Booker and KD and Ayton around you. Yes, you playing that 4, there's going to be a little less pressure on you, offensively especially. So yeah, I mean, I could see it there, but I don't know, over Eric Gordon, I mean, yes, to your point, I do want to see Kevin Durant at the 3 more. I definitely want to see that. I don't really want to see him at the 4 a whole lot. I want to see him in the 3 where he's more comfortable. That way he doesn't have to get beat up as much and do all that stuff. That's my concern with him, is health. You get him at the 3 where he can handle the ball and do more perimeter stuff, I'll take that. So for sure, if that gets Kevin Durant in the 3, I'll take it. But I don't know if Yuta would be the guy for that. I think other players on the team would be able to do that. Like a Bates Diop, for example. I think he could definitely be the starting 4 for sure. But Yuta, I see him more of an off the bench guy for sure. Just a rotational, 8-man rotation player. It's 9-man rotation. However, we are so deep. It's just, we don't know. But I just don't see Yuta in that role. I don't. And you know how much I love Yuta. You know how much I want this man to be the man, but I just don't see him as the starter there.
Yeah, I'm shocked that you don't. No disrespect to Keita Bates-Diop, of course, and Chimezie Metu. I'm actually pretty high on him as well. It's just from the eye test, I feel like Yuta passes it, man. I mean, yeah, he's not Vince Carter, but every other situation, I feel like he checks all the boxes.
No, for sure. He's going to do everything that we want him to do on this team. He's going to hit open 3s. He's going to play the defense, where we need him to be. He's not going to be out of position. He's fundamentally sound. He is a sneaky good passer. He's just going to do all the right things. For sure. I would like to see that off the bench when we need it, whenever we need our dudes to get rest. I would like to see someone who's that fundamentally sound to get playing time and minutes there, not starting with our guys.
Well, you mentioned hitting open 3s. He is going to get, if he were to start, a crazy amount of open 3s. And I don't know if there's anyone on this roster other than Eric Gordon, who's not as tall to play the 4, that I trust to hit said open 3s and keep the defense honest and not allow them to go double Booker every play and go double KD. Because if you leave Yuta in the corner, it is death.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that either. But he can also do that coming off the bench with the Kevin Durant. We've talked about this before. On the Nets, most of his 3s came from whom? Assists from KD. Him and KD play well together. We've talked about how KD, in certain points last year, he was the main ball handler at certain points while Booker was sitting. That may change because we got Beal now. We have more guys to do that. But I do see a lineup in which KD is going to be handling the ball. I do see in a situation in which he would be the guy coming off the bench to play with KD, and it'll work out that way. The fact of the matter is this, Gabe, is that the fact that this team is so crazy deep now that we get to argue this is awesome. Like, let's just talk about that for a minute. At the fact that we can argue about Yuta or Gordon or Bates Diop or Metu or Jordan Goodwin, any of those players that were like, hey, they could definitely be in the starting lineup. That is a blessing compared to last year where it was just awful.
And a blessing when you consider the fact that everyone, including ourselves, had us written off as not being able to get that depth because of our situation in the offseason.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. There was a lot of people who wrote us off, but guess what? We're geniuses.
I guess we can go ahead and give James Jones that credit that he deserves. Tell us what you guys think in the comments, though. How do you feel about Yuta at this point? Do you want him to start, or do you have somebody else in mind? Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you guys next time. Go Suns.
All hail Matt Ishbia.